The Super Eagles on the verge of missing out at the World Cup as the Nigerian national team drew 1-1 with Zimbabwe at home. And honestly, just this puts them in a very tricky place. Despite the new coach Eric Shelley came in, I think they played better than what we've seen previously in qualifying, but still it wasn't enough. But if I talk about this game particularly, they had their chances. They took one with Osidem, scored 1-0, and then later on, I think it was just really poor game management from them. They started to see dip deeper and deeper, and then eventually Zimbabwe got confidence. They got one moment of brilliance, and that resulted in them getting the equaliser and pretty much knocking out Super Eagles out of the top for the race for the World Cup. As South Africa have beaten Benin. South Africa now on 13. I think Nigeria are on 7. So it's like 6 points. Gap between the two. It's, of course, South Africa have been in on a fantastic run. They're a very difficult side to beat. And they had an excellent window this time around as well, where they got full 6 points. Nigeria, they got some hope back after beating Rwanda, where I thought that was a big win. I thought they played well and it was a good win. But again, it's back to square one in this group, and even the playoffs looks really difficult because they would practically need to win all of their last 4 games, and I don't think this Nigeria team is really capable of doing that. They still got to play South Africa away, which is not an easy place to go. So I think it's a real shame for a team like Nigeria to be missing out on a World Cup which has almost 10 or 9 to 10 teams who could go to the World Cup from Africa. And I think Nigeria have so much talent. Despite that, the imbalances of the squad, I think the amount of coaches they had in the cycle has been crazy as well. But I think overall, just this is a wake-up call for them and their football. They have to change something, be it the federation, be it on the players, who knows. I think the coach, Eric Shelley, I think he's a pretty good coach. I think the work he did with Mali, yeah, ended pretty stale at the end. But I think overall he's a good coach. And I think he should be backed. But honestly, the standards that Nigerian football have, I think missing out on a World Cup in a group with the likes of Benin, with the likes of Rwanda, with the likes of Lesotho, even South Africa, realistically, Nigeria should be qualifying. But now they're realistically fighting for a playoff place. But the issue is, will they get enough points to get into those playoffs, even if they get second place in this group? Because every team in that group is getting results of the other, and that could be a deciding factor as well. So, honestly, the dream looks over for now, unless the Super Eagles win like 4 games in a row, which I just don't see happening at the moment. And it's a very disappointing thing because I think most people would want Nigeria to the World Cup due to vibes and all sorts of things.